We are back for episode number 8 of Boujee and Broke, and I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Brandi.
I have to be honest, I am very, very excited about this episode. I've been trying to get Brandi to do this episode since the beginning of time. And her story for this episode is so good, you're just going to die.
You are literally going to die.
I died, and I was there in real life when it happened, so I'm just a ghost here on the podcast today. How is your week, Brandi? Tell me what's been going on.
Oh, it's been a rough week at work. I don't know, I just want to strangle everybody, and me and my counterpart have come to the conclusion that we might just kill everybody. This is not a threat. Do not call me into HR. Do not.
You're talking about killing them with kindness. Well, I feel like everyone is talking about this because it's happening all over the Midwest, but Chicago's really cold right now. It's just really, really cold. Like this morning I woke up.
Stephanie is wearing, let me tell you this, guys. Stephanie is wearing a beanie inside. That's how cold it is in Chicago right now.
I'm not only wearing a beanie. I'm wearing a pair of leggings, 3 pairs of socks, a pair of slippers, a pair of sweatpants over the leggings, a sweatshirt, and then a hoodie over the sweatshirt, and I have a blanket on my lap. So when you see all the news stories, if you don't live in the Midwest and they're like, it's cold, and you're like, yeah, it can't be that cold. It is this cold. Trust me.
Yeah, I've heard some horror stories, like people in Michigan, like the electric company has told them to like turn their temperatures to like 68 degrees because they can't keep up with demand, like nothing above.
My heaters are on full blast and I'm getting nothing. I'm getting nothing over here. It's just cold. That's it. So that's been my week. They pretty much closed everything down in Chicago yesterday and today. So it's Thursday today. So Wednesday and Thursday. I tried to go to Lush today. They were closed because it's too cold. So the whole city's just shut down. But this weekend, it's supposed to be 50. So this is Chicago, I guess.
Well, I'm very sorry, and I'm glad you're surviving. I know at least you got a couple of days off work.
I mean, I worked from home, but yeah, it was pretty nice to just kind of chill and catch up on a little sleep, I'll be honest.
I'm very envious. I did take kind of a work from home snow day on Monday this week because it was terrible. The roads were just very bad. But
can I ask you a really important question?
Yeah.
Why do we live in places where there is snow?
And we both hate it. We both hate the cold, we hate the snow, and we both are living in it. I don't understand.
Once we take Boujee and Broke on the road, we're only doing warm cities. That's it. Sorry if you live anywhere in the Midwest or Denver or Alaska. We're not coming there.
Nope, sorry. Anytime it's cold, I'm literally just looking at flights to places that are warm and like, where can I go?
Right? So this podcast is coming out on Friday, which would be February 1st, which means it is the start of Frugal February. Do you want to remind everyone what you're giving up in February?
I'm giving up going out to lunch.
And I'm giving up Starbucks and Target for anything unnecessary. Like, I'll get toilet paper and laundry detergent and stuff like that from Target, but no clothing, no candy, no stupid shit at Target. And that starts today. So join us, suffer with us, tell us what you're giving up on Twitter, Instagram. We'd love to hear from you.
Yes, Frugal February is in full effect. Except, well, we're recording this on Thursday. Tomorrow, there is a lunch for me in honor of my new position. So,
but you're not paying for it.
No, but that's the only exception. So
I do need a ruling on something.
Yes.
I have a $10 Starbucks gift card. I'm allowed to use it during Frugal February, or am I just straight out of luck with Starbucks?
I say you could use it. I'm also going to try to not go to Starbucks today. I went to 2 Starbucks, actually, this morning.
Just getting it in on January 31st.
Okay, so I have my free coffee tumbler mug, and I had to go get that refilled. But the place I go where Caitlin works, my Starbucks girlfriend, they don't have any retail there, and I wanted to get some coffee grounds for my French press so I don't go to Starbucks.
Makes sense.
So I had to go to another Starbucks after I got my free coffee because the Starbucks next to, like, me that has retail is not like a franchise. It's one of those stupid Starbucks
I know what you're talking about.
where you can't like use your rewards and like
Yep.
stuff like that. So
The Starbucks that's basically hell.
exactly. So I couldn't use my free coffee refill there, so I had to walk across the street. It was very difficult. Oh God.
Well, I went to Target about 4 times last week just to make sure that I got everything done that I needed. I got a bunch of candy. I got all kinds of stuff. So I'm good to go for the next 28 days, hopefully.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. All right, we're going to get into this episode. I told you I was so excited about it. And this episode, we're talking to you about hair. It sounds really creepy when you say it, but Brandi had short hair at one point, and we are going to hear all about it in just a little bit. So we're bougie and broke every week, and it's time to hear about how bougie and broke we are. So, Brandi, how were you bougie this week?
Last weekend, I went to a club, Temple. I really didn't want to go out, but my friend from back home really wanted me to show her Denver. So I sucked it up, and I wanted to show her the best night ever.
Hold on. Okay, I was looking at your Snapchat or Instagram stories or whatever the hell. Was Loud Luxury playing at this bar?
Yes, Loud Luxury is playing at Temple.
Loud Luxury is an EDM artist, and they have the song called Body, and it's so good, and I was actually jealous, and I can't believe I haven't asked you about this until now. But just so you know, I'm jealous. Continue with your story.
Well, I'm glad you knew who they were because I had no idea
Not surprising.
who they were, but I wanted to show my friend Jalissa a good time. She's never been out in Denver. So I called my friend Sarah. She's basically an Instagram model. And say, hey, what are you doing tonight? Let's go out. And Sarah's like, cool, I know somebody that could get us backstage, like in the DJ booth tonight at Temple. Great, like, it's going to be a great show. People are going to lose their minds. And I'm like,
Right,
cool,
because it was
whatever.
Loud Luxury.
Okay, you're going to be so jealous when I tell you I made best friends.
I saw your stupid Instagram posts, and yeah, I was a little bit jealous, but I'm old and I don't go to clubs, so whatever.
So anyway, we show up and Jalissa is like, oh my God, we have to wait in this line. This line's going to take us like an hour to get in. And I said, no, we don't go in that line. Are you serious? And then we like still have to wait outside for like 3 minutes. And me and Sarah are pissed off. Me and Sarah are like, Sarah's like bougier than I am, if that's a thing. And no offense to Sarah, but like it's real. And we get in and we go and we're like go to the secret entrance, so we're right in front of the stage. And Jalissa ends losing her mind. And I'm like so annoyed. Me and Sarah are both annoyed. And Sarah goes, I'm not happy until I have a booth and a bottle in my hand. And I was like, retweet. I'm like pissed. We're waiting outside in front of the DJ booths for like 10 minutes. Okay, maybe like 5 minutes. And me and her are both so upset with the current situation, and Jalissa is having the time of her life.
Because she doesn't know any different.
Yes, she's like amazed. She's like, we just skipped like an hour wait. We're at the front of the club by the DJ booth. Like, this is amazing. And then we walk back to like behind the DJ booth, and a drink is handed to me. Jalissa's like, mind is blown again. And I'm like, act like you've been here. Like, keep it cool. And of course, she's Snapchatting all night. And after that, I made really good friends with their manager. He told me that the song Body that you had mentioned paid off his house mortgage.
Not surprised.
He's living the life.
That's a great song. Go download it or listen to it on Spotify.
It is pretty great. So we hung out with them after the club, after hours. That's like normal for Sarah and I. And Jalissa was like, her jaw was on the floor. And she was like, Brandi, how come you let me wear this t-shirt out?
Why are you the bougiest person I know?
And I was like, ugh, I didn't even want to come out tonight.
You just told me about how you've been living the bougie lifestyle. You've also got to be a little bit broke because I know how much money you have in your bank account as I have your login credentials. So tell me how you've been broke this week.
Today I was like shopping for a new outfit and then got on Uber to request a ride home, and it was $15 with a 30% off coupon from Uber. So it's normally like $8. So I checked the bus, and I have a bus pass, so I ride the bus for free. So I check the bus and see where it's going, and I am like neck and neck with the bus. Like, I don't know if I can make it to the bus stop. So I am literally running to the bus. I see it, and I'm like, God damn, I missed it. It's like right across the street from me. I can't cross the street. Thankfully, there was an elder person getting on the bus that took a while, that the bus like stopped in front of the stoplight. So I'm like running across the street, and I'm pointing to the bus driver like, let me in, because they're rude and won't let you do that. He let me on the bus, so I saved $15 and ran to the bus and almost missed it. And I think that's so broke of me.
I don't think that's broke. I think that's efficient.
I mean, it's pretty broke because nobody in Denver ever takes the bus, and that's like a poor person thing as is.
But your work pays for your bus pass, so I allow it.
Okay, but tell me how you were bougie this week. I'm very curious. You said it was going to be good, and you also said it could be a broke moment.
I'm not sure if this is bougie or broke. So we talked last episode about how I have to look for a new apartment. And I look every day, 3 times a day. I'm on Craigslist, I'm on HotPads, I'm on apartments.com, I'm on literally every apartment site you can possibly think of. Because I have to find the right place. I just do.
I feel that.
I'm on Craigslist. I go through the page and I have my price point, my location range, I've got everything in there. I go through, and what I do is I open different windows of all the places that I think I might like. So at a time, I'll probably open 10 to 15 windows every time I look. And then I go through each one, and then I look through all the photos on each one. Every single time I've done this in the past week, I close every single window immediately. It's like pedestal sink, goodbye. Carpet, goodbye. Garden unit, goodbye. No parking, goodbye. Like, am I this bougie? Is it going to be this hard for me to find a new place to live? I'm honestly a little bit scared for myself because I only have 2 months now.
I even told you I was going to help you start looking, and I haven't, so I apologize.
It's okay, but still, like, every single apartment to me has something wrong. I'm like, those cabinets are ugly. Bye.
You sent an apartment to me today, and I was like, yeah, I hate the cabinets. Thank you. Next.
I know, but in fairness, that unit said it wasn't this unit. So maybe the actual unit has better cabinets? I don't know. But am I this bougie that I'm not, like, nothing has stood out to me in an entire week? I'm going to be homeless. I'm going to be living in a box under a bridge if I can't find something to live in.
I hate to break it to you, but this time last year, I was actually homeless, so f*** you.
I won't be homeless. If anything, I'll just move into my best friend and her husband's mansion in the suburbs for a month or 2 until I figure out what I want to do next. But regardless, I'm too bougie to find a place to live, apparently.
I feel like that can be your broke moment as well.
Right? I couldn't tell if that was bougie or broke because I could easily find a place to live if I had $2,300 a month.
Exactly. Yeah.
And my budget is not that low. My budget is $1,600 a month.
That's a lot.
Right. Like, I'm not trying to be a broke ass here.
But I feel like that's you being bougie because, like, you could pay, like, $1,000 a month and have a roommate, but, like,
no roommate
you're too
here.
bougie for that. Yeah, exactly.
I can't have a roommate. So, technically, this qualifies as a bougie moment. My broke ass moment, though, this will be short. It's really not that great this week. I ran out of my eyeliner. I use a MAC eyeliner. I love it. It's like a dark brown. But now that I'm Ulta Premium or Ulta, what am I, Diamond? I'm Diamond status at Ulta. I will not buy anything unless it's like 5 times points. It's not 5 times points right now, so I get like an Ipsy bag subscription service. So I went through my eyeliner box in my closet. I have them all separated and organized in my closet, like face, blush, eyeliner, whatever. I have it all separated. So I go through the eye box and I find every eyeliner that I possibly can in this box, whether it's purple, dark blue, black, brown. I'm like, I'm just going to use all these until there's a 5 times points.
5 times points.
Yep. So I feel like that's a pretty broke moment. I'm like, I will not buy this $18 eyeliner until it's 5 times points. Sorry, Ulta. Sorry. I won't do it.
But we have Frugal February coming up, so...
But Frugal February did not include Ulta for me. I don't know if you noticed that, but I'll go spend all the money there.
So, Stephanie, this episode is all about hair, and not in like a creepy, I'm gonna cut your hair off and wear it as a wig. But I have a pretty traumatic story that I want to start this out with.
I know this story, and I love hearing this story every single time I hear it. So please begin.
So, I used to do like freelance for a salon. They would do these hair shows all the time. So, my hairstylist, Brandon, said, I just need you to show up so I could get credit for you being there. You're not going to get picked. Don't worry. And I'm like, okay, it doesn't matter. I've had my hair every color of the rainbow. Like, I don't even care if I get picked. You get, like, free product or, like, something. So it's like, sure, I'll go. I go, and the first day, I walk into, like, almost the audition. And the company's called Unite, and he's, like, the head educator for Unite and does, like, celebrity style shoots and haircuts all the time. So I was like, yeah, I trust you with my hair.
You would think you would be able to trust a celebrity hairstylist.
Yes. I will not call him out by name because he ruined my life and doesn't deserve that credit. But he was like, I'm going to cut your hair on stage if that's okay. And I'm like, sure, just don't shave the side of my head, or like, don't shave the side of my head and keep the length. Not a huge ask. Color it whatever color you want, because if I hate it, I know I could go to my guy Brandon and he'll fix it.
That's a pretty reasonable request. Like, just don't chop a ton of it off and don't shave my head.
Exactly.
That gives him to do whatever the hell he wants.
Exactly. I had nice, like, past the shoulder length hair. It was really blonde, ombre, beautiful. It was beautiful. Brandon had been working on getting my hair blonde for so long.
It really was gorgeous at the time.
It was so pretty. And not being conceited, but it was, like, that good. And he started with, like, bleaching some parts of my bangs and was like, we'll finish the rest tomorrow. And I was like, shit. So the next day I had to go to work with a hat on. Luckily, I worked at a startup at the time. And this is so funny because one of my good friends, he said, let's go to San Diego tomorrow. And I was like, I can't. I committed to this hair show, blah, blah, blah.
The universe was trying to save you.
I know. So next day at this hair show, I'm not getting my hair cut in front of a mirror. He finally, like, cuts my hair, does all this stuff, and I go to the bathroom, or he shows me in the mirror, like a hand mirror, and I have a bowl cut. Like, straight up bowl cut. I thought I was going to die.
It was so bad. It was so bad. I have never felt so terrible for someone getting a haircut in my entire life.
So I go to the bathroom, and I just cry a little bit. And I gotta go. I still have to, like, go on stage. So they send me to makeup. And
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you. I am laughing at you, maybe a little bit with you, but it was so bad.
It was so bad. And then I go to makeup, and they put, like, lipstick on me that looks like a 4-year-old.
You'll see the photo on Instagram, but seriously, it looked like she either made out with somebody for like 5 hours and there's lipstick smeared all over her face, or it was like a child put it on her.
It's so bad. And then I have to go on stage and pretend like I like this haircut. And it's terrible. You'll see the photos. So the next day after, I go and I tell my hairstylist, like, what the did you let me do? How did you not, like, stop him from cutting all my hair off? Like, are you kidding me? I call my mom crying so hard in the car. She thought one of my friends died. She, like...
How much did they pay you again?
So they gave me free products, like $100 in free product. Then they felt bad because they knew I hated it and gave me $75.
That's it.
In, like, Visa gift cards.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
And I was like, what am I supposed to do with the $75? Like, extensions are going to cost me thousands. Like, this is so terrible. And mind you, I have orange highlights just in the front part of my bangs.
So how did you fix it? You went to your normal hairstylist, right?
Yes, and Brandon, he had to make it shorter to make it look better. It was definitely like old, like a Hillary Clinton haircut.
I remember you posted a photo on Instagram. This is before we were talking a lot. And you posted a photo of your short hair. And I remember texting one of our mutual friends and I'm like, did Brandi, was this an intentional thing? And she sent me the photo and told me the story and I was like, oh my God. And it was right before we went to Cuba.
Yes, it was right before I went to Cuba. I called my mom. My mom went to like work crying the next day because she felt so bad for me. Like this was so traumatic. Like I can't tell you how ugly I felt. And I just kept telling my mom, I go to Cuba next week on a trip of a lifetime and there's going to be no pictures of me because I will feel like the ugliest person in the world.
I have to say, though, if anyone was going to pull off that short haircut, you absolutely did it. You looked pretty hot with the short hair. I mean, it wasn't my favorite look of yours ever, but you pulled it off really well. I would just look like the biggest douchebag that's ever lived if I had to do that.
I will post like a series. I got bored one night a while back, so my normal followers know this, but I posted like a hair journey of the last like 4 years of me. And goddamn.
Yeah, I mean, you're back to good now.
Oh, my hair is so beautiful now, and I owe it to my new hair girls at 303 Beauty Bar. And this is hilarious because they die every time I come into the salon because I told them the story, I showed them the picture, and one time my normal hair girl couldn't get me in, and I went to like another girl at the salon. And the owner of the salon is like, oh my God, have you heard what happened to Brandi's hair? Blah, blah, blah. Brandi, show her a picture. So I show this girl that's going to do my hair a picture. And she goes, oh my God, I was at that hair show.
So she saw you.
Yes. And she was like, I just remember seeing the pain and sadness in your eyes.
It's true, though. And when you look at our Instagram and you see this photo, you will also see the pain in her eyes.
So it's very funny now, but it was literally the most traumatic experience of my life. I've had like cysts on my ovaries and a kidney infection at the same time.
And this was worse.
This was worse. Like this was more painful than anything I've ever felt.
Did everybody tell you, it grows back, you're fine?
Yeah, and I wanted to be like, okay, let me come and cut your hair off. Sorry, there's a lot of F words in this episode.
You're just very passionate about this topic, and you should be.
My levels on my mic are so high. I'll turn them down. I'm sorry. I'm just
it's okay.
Too passionate about this.
So you go to 303 Beauty Bar in Denver now, and your hairstylist is Meredith?
Yes, she is the real MVP. Alora is one of my really good friends now. That's another great story. I went to like a Botox party, got drunk. Alora was interviewing for this position, so it was like a co-party with 303 in this Botox injections place. I met Alora. She was interviewing for this place, so she thought she would come to like show good face. She ended up getting the job. So I go from Meredith and Alora. Like Meredith is my like homie day one, but Alora I also love, and we're really good friends. We're going cycling on Saturday.
Aw, so you are loyal to your hairstylist. I am the same way. I moved to Chicago, and I needed a new person to do my hair, obviously. And our friend Claire introduced me to Allison at the Hair Loft in Chicago. It's in River North if you live in Chicago and are looking for a great place to go. She lived like right around the corner from her apartment, so she just went there one day. And literally, Claire has given Allison, like, half of her clients. Like, my best friend, Kinsley, goes there now. My sister goes there. My sister's roommate. Claire's sister's roommates. Like, so many people go to her because she is so good. Like, I have only walked out of there one time, and I've been like, you gotta fix this. And it was just a color issue. So it wasn't, like, a bad cut or anything, but she's really the only person that I will trust with my hair. She is so good.
Ugh. Yeah, I am forever loyal to Meredith and like 303 Beauty. Like, I can't tell you. So after my traumatic haircut, I spent too many thousands of dollars on extensions with like a friend of a friend, and they looked terrible. I wish somebody told me how terrible they looked. Probably looked better than the haircut I had, but
Yeah, what's
they
the
looked
lesser of
bad.
two evils in that case?
Seriously. And then spent so much money with, like on extensions, and then I finally was like, F this, and I took them out, and I had a cute little pixie bob, and I kind of like rocked it. And then I finally went to Meredith. I found like great reviews on her. The whole salon, I can't tell you how beautiful I feel every time I walk out of there, but they give me so much confidence. This is not an ad, but like they have 5 stars on like every, like a Yelp, Google, Facebook, all across the board, and they truly deserve it. Because they just make you feel so loved and beautiful, and they take pictures of you and post them on Instagram, and you're like, ooh, I'm on Instagram.
You have to find a salon like that. Like, Allison is so awesome. I feel like I got let go from my job, and I had a hair appointment that night, and I went in there, and I was just crying and crying and crying, and she goes, we don't serve booze here, but there's a bar right across the street. While your highlights are developing, I'm going to run over there and grab you a glass of wine. What do you want? And she went across the street,
Yes.
got me a glass of wine,
Oh my
and
God.
ran it across the street. Like, I love her. I love this place. The hair loft. We should tag both of our hairdressers in this
I
post
will.
so that if you guys live in Denver or Chicago, you got to go to them.
Yes, when Meredith, my first appointment ever with her, I went there and I said, you make me feel so beautiful and so loved, and you're so nice. I haven't felt this way in literally a year. And I started crying in her chair, and she gave me the biggest hug, and I was like, this is it. I'm sold forever.
Your hairstylist is really like your therapist. I sit there and talk to her for like 3 or 4 hours every time I go. In fact, I have an appointment next week, and I can't wait.
I know. I occasionally just go get blowouts just so I could go see my hair girl. Like, I don't need a haircut, hair color. I just like need to see my girls.
When our friend Claire moved to Denver, I threw her a surprise going away party, and I invited our hairstylist. That's how loyal we are. But
I love it.
what type of hair do you have though? Like, what do you get done with your hair? How much does it cost? Like, how often do you go? Give me all the details about what you do with your hair.
So in the summer, I do like a light balayage. Like I told you, like I said, I have had like super, super blonde hair before. So I like to be light and like cute, caramely brown, but not coppery at all. I hate coppery.
Right.
In the winter, I'm super, super dark. So right now I'm like nearly black hair, which is like really close to my natural. I'm really dark, light brown.
How much does it cost when you go to get your hair done?
Well, for tone and cut blowout, it's like $100. And then if I get like a balayage or like a specialty color when I'm like light in the summer, it's probably like $175.
Yeah.
And then like a cut, I try to do my cut and stuff separately because I just, like I said, I just love going to my place. So like a cut's like $60, I believe. They just raised their prices. And then like a tone or color is $90, and it used to be $70. So it was $70, and then the last time I went, they're like, hey, we just raised our prices. Is $90 okay? And I was like, shit, that's like a really expensive upcharge, but whatever. I don't care.
Whatever, take my money.
Whatever, I love you guys anyway. Like, I'd pay $1 million to get my hair cut here.
I have really fine hair, but I have a lot of hair. And my hair is like darker on the top and then lighter on the bottoms, but it's not necessarily ombre. The way that she does it, she does like highlights underneath the top. So when it grows out, it doesn't look trashy.
Oh, okay. Like low lighty kind of balayage. I know what it's called, a color melt.
Yes, a color melt, if you will. I technically book like a partial balayage and then a cut and blowout. So when I go and get like the whole thing done, it's usually like near $300.
Shit, man.
A cut?
I thought I was paying a lot of money in Denver, but damn.
A cut with Allison is $60, I think. just a cut and blowout. But then when you add the color on, sometimes I'll just go get a mini and it's like 10 to 20 foils just to, blend it a little bit better. And I'll do that like every other time. So it'll be like partial and then mini, partial and then mini. But I usually go maybe 3 or 4 times a year. I don't feel like I go that often because she does it so well that it like doesn't look bad when it grows out. Like right now the ends are so bad, which is why I'm getting a haircut next week. I'm doing color next week too, but oh my God, I need a cut, something real.
I totally feel you on this, but like I go as often as I can. You say 3 to 4 times a week. I'm like, shit, can you get me in like every 4 weeks because I love you? I'm not kidding.
Have you ever dyed your own hair?
So growing up, like living with my parents, my mom never let me dye my hair.
Same. My mom was like, I don't want to pay for this. And once I got into high school, I'm like, if I pay for it, can I get it done? And she's like, sure. And in high school, back in 2002, I had like blonde and red, like striped Kelly Clarkson highlights. It was so bad.
Yum.
I look back at pictures. I'm like, who the hell let me do this?
That is hilarious.
Yeah. So I never colored it myself, but my mom was the same way. She was like, we're not paying for that, but if you'd like to pay for it yourself, go ahead.
So as soon as like I moved out of my parents' house and went to college, I still in college, but
that's another story. It's another topic.
I wanted it was when ombre was like first trendy, and I wanted a teal ombre to my brown hair.
What the hell does that mean?
Like brown up top to ombre teal.
Oh, teal. I thought you said till, like T-I-L-L. I'm
Sorry.
like, what does that mean?
Sorry, I think that's the Denver in my voice. Teal.
You wanted brown to teal. Oh my God. Why?
So
Why?
I watched about 3 YouTube videos, like teased my hair, bleached it, and then like did it teal.
You did that
on
yourself?
The bottom. Yeah. And I had beautiful, beautiful, really, really long hair.
Oh my God.
And it looked okay. I thought it looked great. And then I went back home to my parents' house. My mom was like, this looks terrible. I'm getting this fixed immediately. So she calls her hair girl, and I'm like, Mom, it just like needs more till. It's just like washed out. And I was like, I watched a YouTube video. I know what the I'm talking about, Sherry.
You can learn anything on YouTube.
That's another. Oh my God. Sorry, this episode is going to be 4 hours long.
It really is. We have so much to talk about.
But anyway, my mom calls her hair girl and is like, hey, get my daughter in. Her hair looks like shit. Mom's hair girl was like, I'm not working today, but you could go to my friend at this place. And this place is called Aguilar's. And if you're a Pueblo native, you know exactly what the Aguilar's is. Sorry for the F word, Stephanie. You're going to have to bleep a lot out. Aguilar's is a barber shop that my father goes to in like a ghetto. It's like, I don't want to say ghetto, but like the epitome of Pueblo, Colorado barber shop. Like cholos are the barbers. And
so they fixed it for you?
She made me like regular blonde ombre.
Lame.
My mom did not like the till. But I had beautiful hair. I had the best hair ever. And I'm so sad that I trashed it on my own. Then I started working for a salon, and that was better. I just like let them do whatever they wanted with my hair. It was amazing.
I used to dye mine out of a box, and that was fine.
Oh my God.
It's fine.
No, that's the worst thing that you could do for your hair.
Okay, well, I did that for a while, and then I was like, you know what? I can go to Sally Beauty Supply and buy the dye and developer and just let my sister do it for me. She's 5 years younger, and I'm like, Taylor, just go ahead and do it. So she did. And then when I got bored of that, I found this place when I lived in Arizona. It was the Tony and Guy Academy. So it's people like learning to be hairstylist. I was like, $35 for a cut and color? Sign me up.
Cool.
I had no money, so I was like, okay. So basically in college for like a couple of years, my hair was like a straight cut on the bottom and orange because I thought that was a good deal. And I was so broke. I don't recommend doing that. Like, save your dollars and actually go to a real hair salon. Don't go to the academy. It's just a piece of advice from Stephanie.
Literally.
We always say don't take our advice, but please take this piece of advice. Don't do it.
I agree. Like, I've gone to Aveda to get like a haircut, and then I have to go back to a normal hairstylist to have them fix it. So it costs you more money in
Right.
the long run.
It ends up being more expensive. Are there any products that are ride or die for you? Like you cannot live without them?
I love, like, I can't explain. Sorry, long pause because I'm so passionate about it.
Okay.
It's called Texturizer by Unite. It's Unite's the brand, and it's like this texturizing spray. I use it every day, and it's amazing. It gives yourself some texture. I hate when my hair falls flat on my head.
When I was in Denver and when you were here, you used it, and I'm like, what is that? That smells so good.
Exactly, yes. And then they also make a powder version, which is called Expanded Dust, and then they make a liquid version of it, which I also love. It's called Liquid Dust, I think. All of it is amazing, and I just cannot stand having my hair plastered to the side of my head. So I need some volume. Stephanie just made the prettiest face towards me on.
Mine is plastered to my head underneath a winter hat right now, and so I just made a really creepy face to her.
And it's kind of pricey, but like it's well worth every dollar. What about you? Do you have like any go-tos, like any shampoos, products, anything?
I've got a long list. So I know, crazy. So I've been trying to use shampoos and conditioners without sulfates. I really loved this Kenra one. It's the volumizing one. It's my favorite, but it's got sulfates, and everybody tells me that sulfates are bad. So I'm trying to find a new shampoo and conditioner. So we'll put that on the back burner. I have a Healthy Sexy soy leave-in conditioner that I use every morning to get like the tangles out when you brush your hair. Love it. Cannot live without it. I've used it for like 5 years. Probably longer than that, actually. I also...
Sorry, I'm just laughing at your beanie and you haven't just pushed it up.
I know. I'm like, don't look at me. My hair is not on its A game today. I also love the Bumble and Bumble thickening spray. I just started using this, but it is so good, and I'll continue to use it. I will repurchase. I cannot live without dry shampoo.
Oh, retweet. I thought that was just a given in everyday
I don't think
girl
it
life,
is. I don't think it is, but Batiste is my favorite, and it's pretty affordable. It's like $6-7 a can, and I love I think it's the bear scent.
Oh no,
so
pineapple or tropical.
I like that one too.
Money.
But bear is better. Just saying.
It's a money shot.
But I'll take any dry shampoo because it's necessary if you don't wash your hair every day. And then I have to use a texturizing spray. I go between a bunch of different ones, but I have to use one if I'm curling my hair. So those are my ride or die products, like 27 of them.
Now that you say that, I'm thinking about all the product in my cabinet. So like I said, I used to work for a salon, and that just like got me hooked to amazing products. Another one I love is Unite You oil. It's like a mixture of different argan, all kinds of different oils. Makes my hair so moisturized in this terrible, terrible weather. I recommend it to all of my friends, and they thank me after.
You know, I've heard a lot of podcasts recently being sponsored by Living Proof, and I'll go ahead and say that I love their dry shampoo and texturizing spray. So if they want to sponsor us, I'm here for it.
We'll tag them.
Let's tag them. Let's use it. Sponsor us. We need the money.
My friend Sydney, she actually had Living Proof dry shampoo and hated it, gave it to me, and I used it, and I did like it, but I'm not trying to spend $25 on a dry shampoo because I use too much of it.
Right. Batiste, again, $6 to $7.
Exactly. So, Stephanie, we talked a lot about our hair routines, our hair traumas, everything we've been through, everything that keeps us going with our hair. But how do we feel about men's hair and their overall haircuts, hair products, etc.? Tell me how you feel.
I like a guy with good hair. That's what I'm going to say. There are some guys that can pull off bald, for sure. But the type of guy that I date has a good head of hair. The guy I'm currently dating has such a good head of hair. And I love it so much every time.
And he's like old. So
he's 41, okay? So he's got
My dad is 44.
but you're also like 10 years younger than I am. So whatever. His hair for being 41 is so good. It's like long, it's thick, it's luscious. Like most 41-year-olds don't have this good of hair. And every time he wants to go get it cut, I'm like, please don't go get it cut. It's so good. Please don't go get it cut. Because every guy, when they go to get their hair cut, I don't understand. I don't know if it's like they're trying to save money or something, but they get it cut super short and then they look like an idiot for like a week or two until it starts growing out again. You know what I mean, right?
I do know what you mean. And I was walking past like a Great Clips today and I was like, oh my God, I would never date a guy that went to Great Clips, but I feel like the guy that I'm seeing goes to Great Clips.
The guy I'm dating does not go to Great Clips. He goes to like a barber shop in the city, which is great. But still, I don't like it when he gets his hair cut because they always cut it too short. And then for like a week or two, I mean, he's still good looking for me. But I'm like, don't cut it that short, please. Your hair is so good. Don't cut it that short.
So I've been...
Hold on. Do you think that they're trying to save money by cutting it short? I need to know the answer. I have to know. Like, when they go and get it cut, it's like, if I get it cut super short, then I don't have to go back sooner. And I'm trying to save money so that I don't have to go back like every 6 to 8 weeks. I can just go back every like 10 to 12 weeks. Do you think that's what it is? Or do you think that they really like it that short?
I think they like being bipolar with their hair.
We need a guy on this podcast to answer this question for me because it bothers me so much. I don't know. Okay, continue. Sorry.
I've dated guys, my like last boyfriend, I don't even want to say his name, but John, he used to like be so obsessed with his hair. I remember on our first date, this is like 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years, I don't know. I'm brainwashed. But on our first date, he gets up and he's so full of himself and he looks at himself in the mirror in the restaurant and is like, doesn't my hair look so great? And I was like, well, I don't know you with any other hair, so sure, it looks fine. He was so upset and continued to obsess with his hair for the entire, like, 2 years that we dated.
This should have been red flag number 1.
Seriously, there's so many red flags. Yikes. I was just dumb and, like, blinded by his, like, gorgeous appearance. Anyway, neither here or there, but, like, I've dated guys with beautiful hair, aka John, but then I've also dated some bald Mikes. Yes, bald Mike.
All girls have nicknames for the guys they date, so if you're a guy listening to this podcast, just know we probably have a nickname for you.
Hi, Mike. You know I'm talking about you if you're listening.
Some guys can really pull off bald, and that's fine. But then there's other guys. You brought this term up to me earlier and made sure that I knew what it meant. And my old ass knows what it means because my 27-year-old sister told me. But if you would like to explain it, I'm happy to talk to you about it.
Okay, so hat fishing. Yes. Okay. I've dated bald Mikes, and then I've also dated hat fishing Mikes. Oh, wait, God, I didn't realize both their names are Mike. Shit. Yeah.
So many questions. Okay, so you've dated Hatfish Mike and you've dated Bald Mike. Tell me the difference.
Okay, so Bald Mike was this cute little dude. He was a lot older than I'm used to dating. Slid into, like, my friend requests on the league because he was out of my age range. He was annoying. I like him, but he was annoying. We also work in the same building, so sometimes I, like, see him in the lobby, and then I, like, have to put my head down and run. Then hat fishing Mike is, well, a hat fish is when a guy wears hats all the time because they are balding and they can't accept it. And I'm just like, bro, accept it.
So basically, hold on. We got to explain what a hatfish is. You said a hatfish is somebody that knows they're balding and wears a hat to cover it up. See, the definition of hatfish that I know is it's a guy that wears a hat all the time, whether he's bald or not, and looks really great in a hat. And then the moment he takes his hat off, you're like, oh shit, no.
Well, I've never...
Like a catfish.
Yeah, I never...
But a hatfish.
I've never seen Hatfish Mike without a hat. So the first...
Really?
So, yeah, so things only went like 3 or 4 dates, but
And he always had on a hat, like a baseball cap.
yes, always a hat.
That's a red flag.
I know. Also, so the first time we ever met, oh God, this is like leaking into like dating stories. Teaser. The first time we met at this really crowded rooftop bar, and in all of his pictures online, he didn't have a beard, and he shows up in a beard, sunglasses, and a hat. And then
Sunglasses inside?
No, it was a rooftop bar.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
That would be red flag number like 400.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I go up to this other guy at the bar and be like, "Oh, hey, Mike, is this you? I'm Brandi." And it wasn't Mike, and Mike saw.
How embarrassing.
And I was like, "Well, you didn't tell me you were going to show up in a hat and a beard and sunglasses. Like,
So, hat fishing, it's a thing.
he hatfished me, he beardfished me, and he sunglassfished me." All right, Stephanie.
Are you in my Bank of America?
Yep, I'm looking at the shit you bought this week.
It's really not that entertaining because I don't feel like I've left my house that much because it's been so cold.
It's pretty... I'm okay with all of these already.
You always are.
What's new? First up, Chipotle for $9.23. I'm not surprised.
Burrito bowl, brown rice, chicken, cheese, black beans. It is what it is. I went there on my way home the other day because I was like, it's too cold for me to even try to cook anything at my house.
All right. Next up, Target 4214. I know you said you went many times this week in preparation for Frugal February.
Yes, this was my last trip to Target. It was yesterday. I got a lot of candy. I got stuff to make hot toddies because it was so cold outside. I don't even remember what I got, but it was $42 worth of stuff I got. But there was some candy involved, and there was some candy involved. A lot of candy.
Well, I feel like I buy a lot of candy at Target during like holiday season because it's just like so advertised and put in your face. You're like, shit, I don't even want to buy this whole bag of Dove chocolate bars, but I'm going to.
Right, but they also had gobstoppers in heart-shaped forms, and those are my kryptonite. So
Ooh,
I did get those. That was on my list. That's for sure on that receipt. But you won't see a Target receipt from me until March 1st.
But can you tell me what you got at Walgreens for $2.44? Maybe like a pack of gum?
Here's another rant from Stephanie. I refilled my birth control prescription on a Monday. I went out of town last week because I had a cousin that was born in Wisconsin, so I drove there and back. I didn't have time to pick up my birth control. So on Saturday, I went to go pick it up, and they were like, "We don't have your prescription." And I was like, "What?" I refilled it from my app. And they were like, "No, we put it back."
What?
You put it back after 6 days? Like 3 packs of birth control take up so much space in your Y container behind the counter that you can't keep it in there for 6 days. And he goes, "Yeah, we can have it ready for you in an hour." I'm like,
Excuse
I'm
me?
like, you don't have to count the pills. You pick them up off the shelf and you slap a label on it and you hand it to me. It's going to take you an hour? And I was like, oh.
I hate people.
I'll be back tomorrow. And I went back the next day, and usually they open it out of like the plastic wrapper and then put the Stephanie Young label like on the actual pack. Didn't even do that. I'm like, this took you a hour? Bye. So the $2.44 was a bottle of Smart Water that I went to get as I was picking up my birth control, and they were like, "Sorry, we can't do this." I'm like, "Can you still ring me up for the Smart Water?" I'm too pissed off to like go to the actual counter.
Next up, Money Lion, $273.11.
We've talked about MoneyLion a bunch of times. It's an app where they give you a $500 loan. You pay it every 2 weeks, improves your credit score, invest your money. So I paid my loan off, which was $273.11. And that's what that was. I paid it off, and then I'll get another one to help improve my credit even more.
I love MoneyLion. I wish I'm going to reach out to them so we could get like a Moneyline spokesperson on.
It really is a great app. It truly is. You told me about it. I'm like, this sounds really sketchy. And then when I did it, I'm like, no, this is not sketchy and it's awesome. So I just paid the loan off. I have like almost $500 worth of stuff and investments in there now. And I don't know. It's so easy. You don't even notice that the money's out of your account.
I love it as well. And I'm a true advocate. We'll put the link in the notes. If you want to sign up, you get like a $10 bonus to your investment accounts, and you build your credit. I feel like my credit's been up like 55 points since I've started this.
Yeah, my credit score has definitely improved since I started using it. So happy to endorse it. Love it. If you want a quick $500, go to Moneyline.
You do have to pay it back.
Yeah, you do have to pay it back, but as you pay it back, your credit score improves and you invest your money in like different stuff. So it makes sense.
It makes so much sense. All right. That was your bank statement. Like I do every week, I approve all these transactions.
It seems so boring, though. I told you earlier, I'm like, my bank statements are so boring this week. So let's talk about yours. The first charge on here is a clothing outlet. Please tell me what it is and why you were buying clothes.
So I went on a date last Sunday with this cute little doctor. I think I could control him and convince him to marry me.
Okay.
It was really cute. We went on like a whiskey tour and tasting.
That is a super cute first date.
We both love whiskey, so it was great. I had a great time. So we're going to dinner tonight. You're hearing this tonight. And I just wanted to like dress cute. So he picked out a restaurant and I looked up the menu, and the menu doesn't have the prices on the website. So you know it's a fancy place. So I thought the least I could do was go and buy a new outfit.
Approved. How much did you spend though?
$130 because I bought like this jumpsuit and a sweater and a pair of jeans. So it's like not that much.
So it wasn't all for the date though.
So the sweater and jeans is something more casual I could wear, and the jumpsuit's a little fancier. I'm going to enlist opinions tomorrow.
I'm happy to give you an opinion, but $130 for a date outfit seems a little excessive.
It's basically like $65 or $70. It's like $65.
Are you going to get laid?
Well, the dinner's going to be more than $65, so it's okay.
Okay, fair. Next up, Go Puff 1388. I'm 100% confident this has something to do with your goddamn jewel.
For once, it doesn't.
What?
Sherry, I'm not smoking my jewel anymore. That's a lie. Go Puff is like a convenience store app. I don't know if they have it in Chicago or other places.
Never heard of it. Sounds like either a tissue company or something that you're using your jewel for.
And so they do sell like hookah, but it's also like kind of like a on-demand liquor store, smoke shop, and convenience store. So like 7-Eleven plus like a liquor store. So
Okay, what'd you get there?
a 6-pack of White Claws.
What the
I told you we went to Loud Luxury, and we were going to pregame at my friend Sarah's house, but like I was like, oh yeah, I'll pick up some White Claws. Then I was getting ready and realized I didn't have enough time to go pick up those White Claws, so I just go puffed them.
I still don't understand what Go Puff is, but I'm old, so moving on.
It's like Postmates for 7-Eleven and liquor store.
That's weird.
It's amazing.
I'm sure we have it in Chicago, but I feel like that's weird.
It's also like started just for like smoking accessories.
That's why I don't know about it. Smoking is bad. Don't smoke.
Well, but I just use it for White Claws. White Claws are good for you. They're healthy.
Right, but I'm going to shout out my PSA of don't smoke. All right, moving on. Gloss House. There's 2 charges. There's one for $148.25, and the next one immediately following it is $75. So what kind of bougie shit were you doing there?
So Gloss House is where I get my lash extensions filled, and they do a monthly membership at $75, $120, or $200. And it's a 3-month commitment, but that credit just goes directly into your account, so you could use it for whatever service. But if you sign up for the membership, you get discounts on said services.
It seems very complicated.
So my thing is like, I'm have to commit for 3 months, I did just $75. But my lash fills are normally $75. But if I sign up for the membership, they'll be $60. So it's basically $15 off every time I get my lashes done.
What was the $148.25?
Oh, then I got Botox.
Oh.
Okay,
So the true story comes out.
Wait, so I got Botox, my lashes filled. I think I bought something else. I can't remember. My total was like $225. I can't do quick math. I signed up for the membership, so they charged my card for the membership. Then I had a balance of $148 for my Botox, basically.
Do you know how many people were like, your friend Brandi doesn't need Botox? I can't believe she's getting Botox. And I'm like, bitch, it is preventative. And if I would have known about Botox when I was 23, I would have been getting Botox when I was 23. And I'm about to go get Botox again in the next month.
Exactly. And with this membership I signed up for, I get $20 off every month from the med spa.
Oh,
so
even better.
Basically 2 free units of Botox.
All I'm saying is don't judge people for Botox because it's a great investment.
We're going to do a whole episode on Botox, and we're going to get an expert on, and you're going to be like, shit, I'm going to shoot myself up with some Botox.
There's always going to be something that people accuse of giving you cancer or making you die, and Botox is just on that list, but literally there's 7 million things, so just whatever.
Exactly.
Finally, on your bank statement, I see Target at $19.25. That is a very cheap Target experience, so I don't know what the hell you got, but that seems very cheap to me.
I saw this on my bank statement. I was like, when did I go to Target? Like, I don't remember this. And I thought I was getting scammed again. And then I remembered and I thought hard enough and I was like, shit, I went to Target on my lunch break at work to get pens.
I thought you bought pens on Amazon, Brandi.
Well, yeah, I forgot them at home, so
I hate you. I hate you so much. So you bought a pen for $7.50 on Amazon, and then you go to Target and you spent $19.25 on pens. If that was only pens,
No, it wasn't just pens. This was when I got back from Colombia as well, and my nose was like really up for some weird reason. I think it was like the humidity or something.
Oh, weird.
Unsure what happened there, but I bought some saline solution for my nose. I saw my favorite bronzer on sale.
What's your favorite bronzer?
NYX.
I don't like that one.
I bought a shade too dark though, but it was on sale, so. And then a pack of pens, and then I think a kombucha. So $20. That was a steal.
What pens did you buy?
I bought some gel pens, but I didn't buy them with a thick enough point. They're too thin of a point.
I'm so annoyed with you. I'm so annoyed with you. Like, I can't. We got to end this right now.
All right, that's my Target run. Target run and done. Not an ad, not a sponsor.
So this episode was probably longer than you expected, but that wraps it up. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Brandi.
Thank you so much for listening. Please follow us on all social media, Instagram at Boujee and Broke Podcast, on Twitter at Boujee and Broke Pod. We'd love to hear from you. Please tweet us. Please direct message us. Whatever you want to do. We want to hear topics. We want to hear your stories. We want to hear what you're doing for Frugal February. Brandi, what about our music?
It is By the Night Game. Bad Girls Don't Cry. Shout out to them. Love them so much.
Love them. They don't care that we talk about it. But here we are.
Stephanie, it was great talking with you today.
It was great talking with you too. And next week, we are going to talk about dating and Valentine's Day. So get excited because we are so excited about next week.
Yes, and I can't wait for you guys to hear about my second date update with this cute little doctor I'm going on.
Yes.
That's tonight. I don't know. That was weird.
Thank you guys so much for listening. And we will talk to you guys next week.
Bye.